Hey you guys, hey, I finally made it back to Bear Lake, Utah. This is where my store is at. This is the whole reason I came back to Utah, was to repossess my store and try to sell it again, and see my mom and brother and sister and family and friends and all the places that I grew up loving. It was 20 below zero here this morning, guys. You can see the ice here on the lake. I wanted to tell you a little something about Bear Lake. Bear Lake used to be called Black Bear Lake because it was so infested with bears over here. We still have a few bears here. There's actually a few grizzlies too, but mostly black bears. Bear Lake is a unique lake, you guys. Here in Bear Lake, we have 4 endemic species, which means this is the only place in the world that you can catch these fish. And I guided on Bear Lake. I started guiding when I was probably about 16 here on Bear Lake. I was guiding out of a canoe. I remember the Fish and Game would always keep their eye on me in days like today when it was wavy, making sure I didn't sink my canoe when I had a client out there. And anyway, the 4 endemic species of fish here are called, we've got Bonneville whitefish, and then we've got Bear Lake whitefish, which are similar to the Bonnevilles except for they're way smaller. Then we have a fish called the Bonneville Cisco, and there's other places in the world that have Cisco, but not the Bonneville Cisco. And a Cisco would be kind of similar to a smelt or a herring. They're beautiful fish, and they're going to start running any day now. They'll come right into the beach, and we'll come over and net them. I'll make you guys a video of it. And the other one is called the Bear Lake Sculpin. And the Sculpin in Bear Lake have brilliant blue eyes, you guys, and they're an interesting fish because they'll go underneath the rock on the underside of it, and then they'll stick their eggs up underneath the rock, and then they'll sit outside the rock, and as their eggs hatch, their own parents will eat their eggs or eat the babies. So not a very good parent. Bear Lake roughly is about 70,000 acres. It's about 22 miles long and about 8 miles across. It's about 211 feet deep in the deepest spot. And Bear Lake is unique. I actually had to have a Coast Guard captain's license to guide here. It was called a 6-pack license because it's a bi-state lake. It's half in Utah and half in Idaho. They call Bear Lake the Caribbean of the West because how brilliant blue the water is. And what it's caused by, you guys, is the calcium carbonate particles, and they get suspended in the water, and then the reflection from the sun gives it that blue color. And another interesting fact about Bear Lake, it is the 2nd biggest freshwater lake in the state of Utah. Bear Lake has some huge fish in it. It has another fish that, in my opinion, should be endemic. It's called a Bear Lake blue-nose cutthroat. And so you'll get these cutthroat trout. Some of them exceed 10 pounds, and they will actually take on the same brilliant blue color of Bear Lake. I wish I had some of my guide and outfitter gear, but I sold it all before I went back to Alaska, and or I'd be out here fishing right now, catching you guys some big fish. I was going to put on my waders and wade out past these rocks and try to catch you guys some fish, but I'm afraid with these waves I'd probably be about frozen to the bone. Anyway, I'm excited to be back in Bear Lake. There's some absolutely terrific people over here. It's a wonderful, wonderful community. Bear Lake is known for its water is soft, and so it's a wonderful place if you like water skiing. It's also a tremendous sailing lake where you get winds almost daily. And most lakes in the state of Utah are frozen, where it was 20 below zero here this morning. But Bear Lake, what it will do, you guys, is they'll get a little skiff ice on it, and then the wind blows almost every single day, so it will blow the ice off of the lake. And it takes about 4 days to a week of sub-zero weather with no wind before this lake will actually freeze. Sometimes 3/4 of the lake will freeze, and then you'll get a wind that'll break the ice. And I've seen 25 and 30 foot tall. Great big huge ice heaves here on this side of the lake, especially this west side of the lake. But it's a very unique lake, you guys. I don't know if you can really see how blue the water is. It's just unbelievable clear. You can see when you swim out there, you can actually see the fish. You can see 20-30 feet deep in the water. Bear Lake is a really unique lake, you guys. It's got probably its biggest food source for the fish is the Bonneville cisco. There is zooplankton here for the cisco to eat, and some of the whitefish will eat a lot of the zooplankton too. Really unique lake, guys. I'm going to do some really fun videos for you guys here. I take over my store any day now. I'm waiting on one signature that will take the guy that didn't pay me off title and put me on title, and then I will fix the store back up and resell it again, and then head back to Alaska. But it's been thrilling for me to be back. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. The western United States is gorgeous. Alaska is gorgeous too. They're both beautiful places, and I'm sure all the places you guys live in are beautiful places as well. If I was rich, I would travel and see the whole world, but I really haven't done a lot of traveling, you guys. Mostly just the western United States.